Hi everyone. So for the second category, which is the algorithm and data structure, for this category, I choose the summary from the CS320 software testing automation and quality assurance, which is the name file is the contact service.java. This code is a simple Java program that allows user to add, delete, and update the context. Looking back at my code, I see several areas for improvement, including selecting the right algorithms and data structure, implementing code selecting, and editing validation and error handling. The goal or the plan is to replace the data structure with a hash map to achieve a time complexity big O1 instead of using the error list here. I'm going to jump to the analyze. First, for the structure, does the code completely and correctly implement the design? Yes, but it needs more improvements such as on a better data structure and the validation on the error handling. I don't put much any validation here. Second, does the code conform to any pertinent coding standard? Not really. You can see here the list should be marked as private, but I use it as a public. But I think it's better to be private because it's like a sensitive data here. Is the code well structured and consistent in style and consistently formatted? Yes, the code is really easy to read and consistent here. You can see here add contact, delete contact, and then update contact first name is really like according to what the naming what for. Are there any uncalled for an unneeded procedure or any unreachable code? No. Are there any leftover stubs or test routine in the code? Not at all. Are there any block of repeated code that could be condensed into a single procedure? Yes, actually everything here there's the update contact first name here, contact last name here, update contact phone, update contact address. It can be like in one, like maybe I can choose the name become update contact and can be in one block. And then all the function that I said before with those variables, instead it's like one by one like carefully. By doing this, actually I can reduce the redundancy. Is storage use efficient? No, I will choose hash map to achieve a time complexity instead of like currently I use a array list for my contact list. And next is which is a documentation. Is the code clearly and adequately documented with an easy to maintain comment style? Are all comments consistent with the code? Yes, I put comment on almost each new line code of the function of the code. You can see here, it's really straightforward. Like almost each line of the code, I put comment on it. So I think that it will be easy for other people to read as well. And then for the variable, are all variables properly defined with meaningful, consistent, and clear name? Yes, I choose to define variable name that meaningful and work as the name for, such as here, delete contact, which is of course we know is for deletes. And then here, the add contact is for add contact and so on. Do all assigned variables have proper type consistency or casting? Yes, they are proper type consistency and casting. Are there any redundant or unused variable? No. Now jump to the loops and branches. Are all loops and branches and logic construct complete, correct, and properly nested? Yes, all loops are properly nested and construct complete and correct. Are the most cases test if first in if else if statement? There is a like most common cases here, as known the add contact here. Actually, this is actually not necessary. It's like we both of this if and this else statement is just to make sure that it's not the duplicate. There's no existing contact before we add them. So I think I'm going to delete this and then I'm going to patch this instead because it's already enough for this one. Are loop termination condition of fused and invariable by achievable? Yes, all achieve the termination condition. Are indexes or subject properly initialized just prior to the loop? Yes. You can see here the ice is initialized first before the loop is started. Can any statement that are enclosed within loops be placed outside the loop? Yes, I did on the add context here, where it need to pass the requirement here, where if there's a duplicate found here, it will be accessed, which is return it at, and then it will add the contact if there is none, which is here, the outside of the loops. And next section is the defensive programming. Are indexes, pointer, and subscript tested against array, record, or file bound? I use array list, but I didn't do checking like if the index is valid or no. And then are imported data and input argument test for validity and completeness? Yes, I did it on here on my contact.java, and you can see here invalid first name, if it's like more than 10 invalid last name. So everything here is basically for validation. And next question, and then are all output variables assigned? Yes, all output variables are assigned as their function, constructor, and getter methods. And I'm done with this one. Going to the further enhancement. My plan for enhancement is actually using HashMap, which is I'm going to replace for the array list data structure to improve the efficiency of data retrieval, addition, and deletion. The HashMap will use the contact ID as the key, allowing for a constant time, which is big O1 operation for searching, updating, and deleting contacts. And also I'm going to put like input validation and error handling, which is to prevent invalid input and to ensure the error are caught and managed properly, preventing the application from crashing. And next is to choose the course outcomes. I choose our course outcome number 3, which is the design and evaluate computing solution that solve a given problem using algorithmic and principle and computer science practice and standard appropriate to its solution while managing the trade-off involved in design choice, which is here I'm more focusing on improved data structure and algorithm validation and error handling. And that's it. Thank you so much for the algorithm and data structure.